I literally have not knit in like 3 months. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's crazy to me. I went back onto my YouTube studio to look at the last time we did a knitting diary working on the sweater number 15 that we have been working on for the past few months, and I was genuinely floored to see that the last time we worked on this project was back in May. That's crazy. So it's time to get back into it. I've missed it. I haven't done much of any crafting recently. I'm trying to change that, but it's so hard when you have adult responsibilities and also actively choose to go back to school. That takes a lot of your time, you know what I mean? So I just have like an hour. I finished class a little bit early. I want to finish watching the movie that I started watching last night, and we're just gonna knit for a while. I probably won't want to knit for the full hour because I'm tired. I use my brain creatively all day, so I could totally see myself getting bored after a short amount of time, but I'm also using my brain in a different creative way than what I normally do for school, so maybe I'll want to do the full hour. We will see, but regardless, we're gonna sit and work on it for a while just because I want to be able to wear it this season. I also feel like this would be a really great sweater for the photo shoot that my school does. Because I'm in portfolio school, we all have a final portfolio of work that we present to recruiters at the end of our program, and my school is very cool and does a whole photo shoot with everyone in the program. So I think this would be a good piece to wear in the shoot, just because I can have really nice high quality independent photos and group photos of me and my work. Like, I think this whole side of me is really interesting and fun, and would be interesting and fun to like recruiters and stuff. So I would love to use that as like a benchmark to have it done by whenever we go, because it'll probably be at some point when it's a little bit cold out still. I digress. I just think that wearing something I made would be sick, and I would love for it to be the sweater because the yarn is gorgeous, the color is gorgeous, everything about it is just beautiful and gorgeous. So you guys get it. I'm gonna set up my movie. I think I'm watching Set It Up, maybe? Let me check. Okay, yeah, I'm watching Set It Up, which is like a rom-com. It had Glenn Powell in it. It also has, sorry, okay, hold on. This movie has Glenn Powell and Zoe Deutch, I don't know. They're phenomenal in it, but I just spent like a good 3 minutes on a little Google rabbit hole. I thought the whole time that it was Haley Lou Richardson. They could be twins. Honest to God, they look exactly the same to me. They're very clearly not. That was crazy. Maybe that's just crazy to me. It's probably just crazy to me. I digress. I'm gonna put on this movie, I'm gonna finish it, and we're gonna knit for a while. Grab your projects, grab a snack, and let's just hang out, because it's been far, far, far too long.
Blue sky come bearing up before us, we hang on the hem of your gown. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us, tarry not to our town. There's a darkness in the valley, heavy branches crack and split. If we holler, will you hurry? Can you hear us through the wind? Blue sky calm, dancing in between us. Take us up, lay us down. Blue sky calm, promise not to leave us, tarry not to our town.
just want to give a big thank you to Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video. You guys already know I love reading. It's probably like my second favorite hobby after crocheting and knitting, which I do count as one hobby, by the way. You can't make me choose. You cannot make me choose. I love reading. I've always been a reader, but sometimes it gets a little overwhelming to figure out what I'm going to read next, and then I get so paralyzed with the choices that I don't read anything at all, and then I just sit on my phone, and that doesn't make me feel good. I would much rather be reading a book. That is one of the reasons that I genuinely love Book of the Month. At the beginning of every month, they'll give you a list of 5 to 7 titles of different books in different genres for you to pick from to be your book of the month. Once you select the one that you want to read, you get it shipped straight to your house in their iconic blue box. This is a great way to try different genres or new authors that maybe you haven't read before. Plus, Book of the Month has an audiobook feature now where you can listen instead of read if you are more auditory. Maybe you like audiobooks as you're driving on your way to work. Shipping of their books is always free, and the longer that you are a member, the more benefits and perks you're going to get a part of their loyalty program. The 2 books that I chose for myself this month are Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors and The Love Elixir of Augusta Stern by Linda Cohen Loigman. Both of these are a little bit different from the normal books I read. I typically go for romance, but like I mentioned, Book of the Month is a great way to try different genres or authors that you haven't tried. And I haven't read any books from either of these authors, so I'm excited to try them out. So if you want to be like me and enter Reading Girl Fall in Style, make sure to go to bookofthemonth.com and use code CARDIGAN. How perfect for this channel. Okay. Use code CARDIGAN to get your first book for only $5. Once again, that is bookofthemonth.com and use code CARDIGAN to get your first book for only $5. Thank you again to Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into our knitting. We're back. It's the next day. I did get a good couple rows done last night, and I did work for the full hour. I just forgot that things take longer than I want them to most of the time. Basically, I'm just really bad at leaving myself notes of where I leave off in projects, and then I don't touch them for like months at a time, and then of course I don't know where I last left off, and that was definitely the issue last night. I was trying to count to see what row I was actually at and like checking the pattern to like match up the work that I see done with what's on there, and it just took a while. So I did start a little note that I'm just keeping in my container. I have this really pretty yarn holder that like you can put the yarn through that my partner got me for Christmas maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. I love it for this project because I have all of my yarn caked up because they come in hanks from the dyer, so it works really well. And then I have a piece of paper that, funny enough, is not in there. Here it is. Ignore the 8. I was using it for something else originally, so I'm just reusing the paper. I just have some old instructions like striked, and I'm keeping track of repeats and the rows that I'm leaving off on, just so I don't screw myself over when I inevitably have to put this project down for a couple days at a time because I'm busy with other work, school, etc. kind of things. It is looking good. I don't think I actually like fully showed you where we are last night. We have known the back part is done. Obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but we are going to probably work more rows once the front and back connect. This is just where the front and back split, so then there are armholes. So the back we've had done. This has been known if you've watched the other video diaries. The front is what we're working on. We just connected the 2 sides and now we're just working downwards. It's pretty mindless, all things considered. It just takes a while when you get to the rows that you actually have to cable. So I have about 30 minutes before, actually I have more like 20 minutes, but regardless, before I have to get ready to go to work and make my lunch and all that kind of stuff that I have to do to be responsible and make sure I'm like a functioning human. So I'm gonna see what I can get done. Probably not a lot, but I wanted to give you like an actual full update on what was going on, because last night I was a little bit sleepy and I don't think my update was really good when I was having a crisis over Haley Lou Richardson and Zoe Dutch. So
this way there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love, memory washed in every shade of green in all the colors. Summer love, remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. No place to be and nothing to prove. That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air conditioned blues. Good to use some too. A little bit of summer love.
Hello, I haven't talked to you guys in a couple days, so I'm just gonna give you like a really quick update. Really quick. Just a little one. I've officially connected the front and the back. I just did the first like round of it. Now we just work downwards. So this is what we've got. I think it looks really good so far. I tried it on before I put them together. So it sits like kind of at my chest. I think I'm probably going to keep it a little more cropped than the pattern recommends because I'm using a yarn that's technically bigger than the pattern recommends. The pattern calls for a DK weight yarn, but this one's an Aran weight. It just, in my opinion, feels more like a DK. I think Sorella yarns, like the weight 4 yarns that she carries, at least this wool one, feels a little bit more on the DK side. So that's why I thought I could get away with it for this pattern, but I don't want it to block to be really, really big. I want it to have a little bit of a crop, so I'm probably going to keep it cropped than they recommend in the pattern, just because I always forget how much wool expands and stretches after washing and blocking it. So this is where we're at, and I don't know how many more repeats of the twist cable pattern I'm gonna do before I decide to do the ribbing, but we will see. Then we're just on to the sleeves and the neckline, obviously, but like feeling good. I'm so tired, I can't even lie. I might do a little bit more knitting tonight. I might just go to bed. If I don't sit down and knit post class, I will never get any knitting done, or filming in this case. So I've been finishing my classes, which normally end in like the 9 to 10, 15, 10:30 range, just because they're on mountain time. And then I sit down and knit for a few minutes, a little bit of time post washing up. So it is 11 p.m. and I am so tired. I might go to bed, but I wanted to give you an update just because I had done a bunch off camera, like finishing the front and obviously connecting the front and the back. So I want to show you guys what I had done. But I have a day off from work tomorrow. I obviously am gonna have like some homework to do because it's a day off from work, not school work. But I will have a little bit more time and my class is a little bit earlier in the day to hopefully keep working on this a little bit more and hang out with you guys for a bit. So that is where we are at. I'm excited. It's really taking shape and it's like making me very optimistic. Also, now that I have the front and back connected, I think I could work on it a little bit during class, which is really nice. So I'll talk to you guys when I have another update. Who knows when that will be. I think this is like a nice kind of yappy vlog. I think I've just really missed talking to you guys. So I'm just yapping away. But I'll be back when I have something more exciting to share.
Since Ron's gone. Sorry. I get in the elevator and stop on every single floor. I'm telling you, it's like a 12, 11, 10.
Rusty red on her shoulder, I was cleaning her shoe when it clicked on the trot over in the bright morning dew. We brushed and we braided dandelions and chewed. It was a mutual arrangement we both saw into. But can she walk in the fire? Can she run in the rain? Can she make it up the mountainside? Can she make it down again? I have often wondered.
This is where we are at currently. The tough part is, let me move my wet hair out of the way first of all. The tough part is I am working on needles that aren't big enough for me to put this over my head without me losing stitches. So I can't try it on without moving it to some spare yarn, but I don't feel like doing that simply because I'm lazy, which will probably come back and bite me. But this wouldn't be like an Anna project if I didn't do something to make my life harder in the future. So this, I think, is that thing. But if I hold it up to here, let's say that's about where it's gonna be, right? Approximately, maybe a little lower. It hits around this area on me, if you could tell. I don't have my glasses on because the glare from my window is bad, so I can't see what you guys are seeing very well. Let's hope you're actually seeing the sweater well enough. Let's hope I'm in focus. But it's hitting at a point that I feel like might be good to move on to the ribbing on the bottom. We might be done with the cables for the body, just because I do want this to be cropped so that it'll hit, like, honestly, these shorts are a good example. They're not super high-waisted, they're like mid-rise, and I want it to hit like top of there, and it's close. And I also know that the sweater is going to stretch after I block it because it's wool, it's super wash wool. So I don't want to make it so long that it's accidentally too long and I have to undo it. I would rather it be a little bit cropped and kind of finagle in the blocking process. I know that there are ways that I can shrink it post finishing, like say it's too, I don't know, say it's too long, say the sweater's too big, you can put it in the dryer and I know you can shrink it because it's wool, but I've never done that, so I get worried. I don't want to ruin the sweater because I've spent a lot of time on it clearly, and the yarn is really nice, so I get scared that I'm going to ruin it. But this is where we're at, and I think the next step that we do is add the ribbing, but we're going to do that in the next video. Today's video is coming to a close, I do believe. We got a lot done. I really don't remember, were we finishing the front panel when we started again? I feel like we've actually, this diary has been going on for a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. I'm forgetting where we started, but we got a lot done. So we're gonna start up next video diary, working on the ribbing, then moving on to the sleeves, which I am interested and kind of worried about. Just because the armhole is so large. Video is going to end here. It's going to be on a cliffhanger because I'm going to do the responsible thing and put this on some spare yarn and try it on, because that's going to be more worth it than trying to fix the project once it's done, because let's be so for real, I'm going to finish this, it's not going to look how I want it to look, I'm never going to touch it again, and then I'm going to have wasted a lot of time and really nice yarn. So in the next video, we're going to put this on some spare yarn and we're going to do the responsible thing. But for now, that is what we have going for us. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I feel like we got a lot done. I feel like this video diary was very, very productive. Now that I'm just going round and round in circles, it's much easier for me to work on this project while I'm sitting in class, because the only thing I really have to focus on are how many rows I've worked and then doing the proper cable row, if that makes sense. I just have to keep track, which really isn't too challenging. Yeah, we will see. Next time we're gonna, like I said, finish the bottom in whatever capacity that is. Either that's more cabling and then the rib, or working on the arms. I'm not sure where it's gonna end up, but that will be for next time. And I hope you enjoyed this time. I hope you got a lot done of your projects while hanging out with me today. Hope you were productive like I was. This was really nice to get back into knitting. I seriously had not worked on a knit project in so long, so it felt very nice. I'm feeling my craft mojo coming back, and that's really exciting for me. But yeah, that's all I got for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video diary. I enjoyed hanging out with you. If you liked today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out a whole bunch. Follow my socials, all that good stuff. And I will see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye everybody.